Welcome to another episode of Field Phone Ops. Today we're going to look at DNVTs and a 4-line DNVT switch. I want to give a big shout out to Nick's Knacks. That was the guy and his team who basically went in and reverse engineered a system or a switch that would allow you to put DNVTs together and actually dial call all of them. And I'm going to include his information, his website, and his information like that on there. So if you want to learn more, or if you actually want to go out and purchase one, I'm going to put it down below. So here we go. And here we go. Here's our setup for our demo today. We're going to use something new. This is a 4-line DNVT switch that was put together by a guy known on the YouTube as Nick and his Nick Knacks. And I think this is really neat because this is the first time that I've ever seen a device that will let you connect DNVTs together and actually call them by dialing. Usually when you buy two 1042s, you can actually run them in a point-to-point mode. TA954s without having a box like this are basically useless. And then the CA67s right here can be run in a point-to-point mode, but I've never seen them ever used in a dial configuration. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some dialing and see how this works. So basically all these are set up. This box right here runs. It's got a they basically reverse engineered a switchboard that'll run DNVTs, and this connection right here provides USB power for the board in here. And I actually have a 48-volt power supply that's plugged into the back that actually provides the common battery and the ringing voltages to make the phones work. All the phones have to be set to 32 common battery or they won't work. And it's just a single number dial. Right now they're in the, I guess, the experimental stages. As they come forward with more software, we may look at the possibility of them being able to do, 2-digit, 4-digit, whatever dial. They're also looking at the possibility of maybe someday being able to, you can currently plug this into a computer on the USB port and plug another one in and go from having 4 phones to 8 phones. I don't know if their intent is to keep that going up. The possibility they're talking about is possibly an interface, so you could take one of these phones, plug it into their box, and then use a VoIP system to make a VoIP call like a UMA or a Magic Jack, and go anywhere the internet is and call some other phone. So that's something neat. I'm going to leave them alone, let them work on that. But my main thing I want to demonstrate today is I have never seen a DNVT like this actually make a call to one of these. Never seen that done. So we're going to do that first. That's phone number 1. So I'm going to pick this up. Dial tone. And you can see the light ringing. Oh, there it's ringing. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Now, one thing weird about this is because this is an actual data terminal, more of a data terminal with the capabilities of a phone built in, where these are phones that have a data terminal plug on the back. You have to press C twice. That basically enables the mic on this one. So that's calling from phone 1 to phone, phone 4 to 4 1. We'll go ahead and hang it up. Hang this one up. We'll go ahead and we'll call from the TA954 to a TA1042. We'll do 2. Yep. That phone right there is ringing. Pick it up. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2 3. That's it. Let's go another one. Let's call from the CA67. Let's call the TA954. Phone 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. And there we go. It works. I think this is really neat because I've never seen DNVTs be able to dial each other, and since I retired from the Air National Guard, and that's been a while ago. So this is really neat. It also gives options to people who, there's a lot of 954s for sale on the internet, and they're useless by themselves. At least with a TA1042, you can run them in a point-to-point. But this way, using this box right here, you can actually connect them together and actually make phone calls and that. Like I said, I know that the Nick Knacks crew is working on some more stuff more capabilities, so we'll stand by. And the good thing about this is that they're hoping that it's just basically a software change or a firmware change. When they come up with an updated firmware, new capabilities, you can go online, download it, and load it right to this box right here, and you should be good to go. Like I said, let me think if there's anything else. So I did do an experiment, and I disconnected the 48 volt power supply, and I put DC power on each one of these. And without DC power, TA 1042s will actually operate on here and make phone calls because they're pulling power from the batteries it had on them versus the networks themselves. Didn't work with this. I tried it with that. It didn't work, and it definitely does not work with the TA 954. But I mean, that's it. Something neat to see. Basically, it's a mini dial-up network, if you want to call it line emulator or line simulator. But it allows you to use 4 DNVTs, and they can call each other by dialing. And I'm going to use this for when I do my displays. I think this will help a lot. I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for watching.